Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Know You Got It Right M series. In our previous episode, we were covering item from uh, artifacts, and to be exact, we covered which item? Do you remember? Echo Sabre. Great. And this. And today we'll be talking about Mage Slayer. Mage Slayer is an item purchasable at base shop under artifacts. We will be looking at additional information, ability, recommended heroes, tips, recent changes. But first, card view. It costs it costs 2,825 gold, which includes 400 gold of recipe cost, and the sell value is 1,412.5 gold. Passive ability is Mage Slayer. Bonuses are plus 10 intelligence, plus 2 mana regeneration, plus 20% magic resistance, and plus 45 attack speed. Oh wow. No, it's not shareable. You cannot disassemble it, does not give any usage alert. This recipe requires cloak, oblivion stuff, and recipe. Nice. Okay, now moving on to additional information. The item's attributes grants following additional bonuses: 120 mana and 0.5 mana regeneration, and 1% flat base magic resistance, 10 main attack damage to intel heroes, 7 main attack damage to universal heroes, stacks multiplicatively with other magic resistance sources, increases most heroes' magic resistance up to 40%, with the magic resistance bonus from this source. Every 10 points of intelligence further increases total magic resistance by 0.8%. Wow. For every 10 points. That's a lot. So ability, Mage Slayer, passive ability affects enemies. Places a debuff when you attack enemies, dealing 25 damage per second and causing them to do 40% less fail damage for 3 seconds. Cool. Damage is 25, spell damage reduction is 40%, duration for 3 seconds. The debuff from successive attacks on the same target does not stack, but refreshes the duration. The attack first apply the debuff and then zero damage. Applies generic outgoing damage reduction on the affected target. What do you mean? Applies generic outgoing damage reduction on the on the affected target. Stacks additively with other sources of generic outgoing damage manipulation. Okay. Affects spell damage the affected enemy deals. Affects spell damage the affected enemy deals. Does not reduce damage flag as HP removal. As HP removal. Okay, does not reduce damage flag as HP removal, but spell damage. Okay. Does not work against words, buildings, and allied units. Recommended heroes list. Generally, heroes with abilities that affect multiple targets at once benefits from wielding this item. Okay. So Ember Spirit, Monkey King, Pangolia, Reke, generally used against spell-based heroes or lineups when playing as a hero reliant on auto attacks or one that uses skills that use attack modifiers. Generally used against spell-based heroes or lineups when playing as a hero reliant on auto attacks. Okay, so damage to state. One that uses skills that use attack modifiers. The hidden power of Mage Slayer may be the fact that it is the only magic damage reduction upgrade that gives raw damage per second increase to auto attacks. Builds into build into it a form build into it form build into it from a cloak. If you feel you do not need the utility or support of Gleaming Cape or the regeneration of Food of Defiance. Okay, so that's another option that you can go with. Cloak, right? Yeah. Remember that the debuff reduces all damage types, not just magical damage. All damage types. Wow, what? This makes it a great way to reduce the damage output of heroes that mostly use pure damage or more situationally physical damage via spells. Okay, true spells. Some common examples are Timber Saw, Outworld Destroyer, and Silencer, Bloodseeker for pure damage spells, and Bristleback and Dazzle for physical damage spells. Okay, some common examples are Timber Saw, will destroy Silencer, Bloodseeker for pure damage spells. Okay, Bristleback, Dazzle for physical damage spells. Okay, okay. Recent changes in 7.35c increased recipe cost from 200 to 400. Total cost increases from 2625 to 2825. Reduced magic resistance bonus from 25% to 20%. Magic Slayer increased debuff duration damage per second from 20 to 25. Okay. Reduced debuff duration from 6 seconds to 3 seconds. Okay. In 7.35b, Mage Slayer spell damage debuff increases 35% to 40%. Okay, it stays true. Still, in 7.35 version, increased Oblivion stuff cost from 1500 to 16.25, which cost increases from 2500 to 2625, which again increased to further thanks to increase of recipe cost by 200. It is now 2825 from 7.35c and onwards. No longer builds into Bloodthorn, increased attack speed bonus from 20 to 45, no longer grants attack damage, Mage Slayer debuff now also deals 20 damage per second. That stays true still, which is again, damage per second is now 25 from 7.35c version and onwards. So that's it, fellas. We covered Mage Slayer. In our next episode, we'll be talking about Milestorm. Yay! Cool, ain't it? Yeah. So, hope to see you there. Until then, be good to yourself and everybody around you, both in game and out game. Last but not least, good game, everybody. Good game.